Hello angels, welcome back to another bead embroidery video. So we're going to be embroidering this shirt. I think I've only embroidered 2 shirts already. So my first embroidery that I've ever done was a shirt and it didn't quite turn out that great. I really should redo it, but I saw on TikTok of this lady, she bead embroidery a frog and I was like, oh my god, it is so cute. I have to do it. I have to make one for myself. It's just gonna look gorgeous. So the shirt, the crop top, I got from Shein. All of my beads that I'm going to be using is from Amazon. And I found this image on Pinterest. I traced it out. And I used my embroidery hoop to secure it. And I'm using embroidery paper. So as soon as the embroidery paper touch water, it's going to dissolve. So you don't need to worry about the pen or the marker, whatever you use to trace your image. That's just my little method of what I usually use. Now I'm going to show you guys like the 10,000 beads and other stuff that I'm going to be using. Everything that I'm going to be using, I will leave a link for it down in the description box down below. And in the beginning of the video, I did show you guys a quick little list of everything I was going to be using. So I decided not to use the beads that I already had and to go on Amazon and order these beads. These are long tube beads. As soon as the sun or light hits it, it just starts shining and it looks absolutely gorgeous. These are my favorite type of beads, but I order these ones that they're way too long. They should have been shorter, but you know, you live and you learn. The specific beads that I wanted, I did add it in my cart. I don't know why this is the one that I ordered. I completely messed it up, but it turned out fine. If it was way too long, I just used my scissors to cut it, which that wasn't really smart because then the edge became way too sharp and it was cut in the thread, so then I had to re-thread it and then re-sew everything on. But like I said, it still turned out cute. You live and you learn. Just make sure to look at what size beads that you're getting and if it's going to work for your project or not. So I'm just putting out my colors to see what colors I wanted, how I wanted everything to look. I decided to go with green, brown, and I think it had like a iridescent color. It wasn't purple, it was like blue purple mixed together. Yeah, and that's basically the colors that we're going to be using. So I decided to go outside because it was a good day. It wasn't as hot as it usually was, but it started pouring down rain. Maybe that's why it wasn't like 110 degrees that day, but I decided to go outside to actually start the outline for the frog. I thought that I would not have enough of the green beads, but it was the perfect amount to be able to do his skin and his face. I didn't need to mix any beads or anything like that. So what I did was, with my needle and thread, I just started adding on there the beads, the long tube beads, and then to secure it, you just split the thread in half and then sew in between it so that the beads doesn't move around because obviously you're finished with it. And then just sew in between every single bead, and then that's basically it. I'm going to show you guys a close-up. I think I did show you guys a close-up of how I was doing this, but I'm doing the arm, the face, and all of that right now. And the rain is starting to come down. Like I said before, this is embroidery paper, so as soon as any type of water or any type of liquid touch it, the paper just completely disappear. Obviously, the image I did not completely trace out with the beads, so if the image disappeared, then I'm gonna have to start everything back over. So I had to go inside and finish this up, which I don't think I did go back inside to finish up. I think I went back inside just to get something to eat, but either way, you know, tomatoes, tomatoes. Now this is the close I was talking about. So in between every bead, you just sew it down. You just keep on doing this over and over again, because if you miss a spot or anything like that, then the bead is just going to be sticking out. It's not like normal beads. And the rain is coming down, just like how it's raining right now while I'm doing this voiceover. So it's been raining all this week. Last week we were in like the 90s, hot. Like I had my AC and fan on at the same time, and now it's raining every single second. So yeah, I have my scissors, I have my beads, I have everything. I went back inside and I got something to eat, and I finally finished the outline. I did the hat, the skin. He is wearing this romper with a flower in the middle. We got a flower at the corner. We got a little butterfly. I missed that little bead right there. I forgot to sew it down. This is a new day, so I'm getting something to eat. This meal was so good. I still think about it. I think about it so much that I ate it the exact next day. The exact next day? That makes no sense. I ate the same meal the next day. This is how it looks in the sun. Just checking to make sure that everything looks good. Did not really do any progress. Some days I work on it, some days I did not. I don't know why. These are super easy than doing the bags. Eating. What am I not eating? This is a new day. I started doing the romper ready, the butterfly, and the little flower, and I'm eating again. Usually when I'm making these, my back would start to hurt or my body would start to ache up, but this was so easy and so simple, and I made sure to take breaks in between so I didn't get tired out. After eating, I went back to it. This is in the night. I'm still working on it. I went to get a little midnight snack, take a little break, watch a movie or something like that. And this is what I have done so far. So this night I completely finished the face because I knew for a fact that I did not want to be working on the face in the morning. I wanted to do the hat, the legs, and the boots. So it is a completely different day. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to be doing the boots and the skin. I just place my beads onto the needle. I split the thread in half when I figure out how many beads I want. And then I just sew in between every single bead, and that's basically it. You just keep on redoing it until the image is completely covered up. Just doing it over and over again. This turned out, oh, I didn't realize this until later on. I made one of the boots bigger than the other one. Don't quite know how that happened, and I realized it as well that one of the legs is longer than the other one. I didn't draw this image. All I did was just trace it out, so not really my fault. I would blame whoever image I copied and then start embroidering it. But yeah, and also I made one leg skinnier than the other one. So tomatoes. This was so easy. And I realized that there was a space at the end of the leg, and the bead that I was going to use before was too short, so I went and found a different bead, and it worked perfectly fine. These beads are the same size, the same length. It's not like the other beads where they mix it up. It is the exact same bead, just different color. Sometimes you might get one that's like a little bit shorter, but they're mainly like the same length. So what I did was, since obviously these beads are a little bit too long, I use my scissors. If I get to a spot where the bead is going to be way too long, I get my scissors and I just start cutting a little bit of the bead until it's the exact size that I want. But keep in mind that this bead, once you cut it, it gets very sharp. And obviously I'm going to be using thread, so it does cut the thread. This happened to me a few times when I was cutting the bead. I would cut it and then I would start sewing it down, and because of the sharp edge of the bead that I just cut, it would cut the thread, and then everything would just come unraveled, then I would have to redo it again. So do keep that in mind if you do decide to cut your own bead. It really makes no difference from afar if you just layer the beads on top, but some of them I did do that too, but not all of them. I wanted to make sure that it was the exact same size. And I accidentally turned over my beads, so there's beads in between the rows. So if I needed a specific color, like right now I'm working with brown, then I have to be searching for it because I accidentally mixed up like 2 or 3 different color beads. And I didn't personally feel like sorting everything out because I've knocked over this tray like 2 or 3 times already throughout this week. This is what I mean when I say just cut off a little bit of the bead to get the exact size that you want. That was pretty quick, but you get it. Just slowly cut the edge and then voila, and you just keep on sewing. So this is like the last little row, last little thread that I was gonna be doing. It's night and it's raining. Perfect. I can get a good sleep. So I finished with the legs and the boots. The only thing that I have to do next is the hat. So since I'm finished sewing off everything, I'm making sure to secure the thread at the back. So that's what I'm doing right there. I don't know why I'm going over it so many times, but 2 times is good. That's just how the back of the shirt looks. I'm going to show you guys the hat that I have to do next and the color that I was going to be using. And voila, it is completely finished. The only thing I have to do is just run a little bit of some water over the embroidery paper, and our image is as good as day. This turned out so cute. I didn't realize this until I was taking videos at the end how dirty this shirt was. I was like, did I really just pick up a dirty shirt just to embroider it? But yeah, that's just how that was. But look at how it looks in the little sunlight. Just imagine this tomorrow, like when I tried on the shirt. Like right now it's drying while I'm doing the voiceover, but just imagine me in the shirt in the sun. Like look at it. Oh, it's already glistening and it's shining in the sun. Ugh, like this just looks so cute. So cute. So cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. So all you need to do to get rid of the paper is just run some water on it. And that's exactly what I'm doing in the shower. Just running some water on it. And you can see the paper just falling off, which is perfect. That is exactly what you want. And the marker that I use, it's blue. I don't think I have any image of it, but sometimes the marker that you use gets stuck. I won't call it stuck, but it just left behind at the end. So you have to make sure that you run enough water over it to get rid of everything. Everything. After I let it air dried overnight, this is how it turned out. It turned out so cute. The sun is not fully out while recording this, so you're not seeing the sun hits it and it's shining, but trust me, it does, and it looks absolutely stunning, beautiful. I just wanted to film this video just to get it out of the way. It looks so cute. I love the way how it turned out, and a little piece of thread that is hanging out at the corner. I forgot to cut it off before I started filming, but yeah, it turned out cute. I liked it. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye-bye. You can see the sun right there. So gorgeous.